everybody, welcome back. My name's Anthony, and this is FPV Builds. Sorry it's been some time before we've had a video out. We've been going crazy, getting a lot of stuff done with the store. We've been shooting a ton of content, just haven't had the time to go through and edit everything. So we probably have like 30 to 40 videos that need to be edited and put out. And those will be coming out soon. Hopefully we're going to have a little bit of downtime now that the holiday season is coming to an end. Happy holidays, everybody, and a happy new year. Looking forward to a great 2025 and looking forward to seeing everybody at a lot of the shows. So, Kavan Norden, finally here, right? It was announced back in like October, and then I had to get it from Kavan, and it took a little bit, but it's finally here. So this plane is a STOL type plane. It is actually based off of a real aviation model, which is cool, like most of Kavan's models. Currently, this plane comes in two colors. It comes in the blue scheme, which seems to be the favorite so far, and then it comes in the bush scheme, is what they call it. It's a kind of like a brownish, greenish color. The one inside this box is actually a blue color, and this is going to be my personal plane. So, on top of unboxing the Norden and going through that, I also want to show you my new radio. So, for a while I was flying with the FrSky X20 that I got back in the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, somewhere around there. It wasn't an S, it was a regular model. Really nice radio, silver trim around the gimbals. Love that radio. I really did. It was a great feeling and flying radio in my hands. But I decided to upgrade for myself. Since I do sell FrSky, I try to switch through the products so I understand them, learn them, fly with them. So I've decided to go from the X20 to the new X18 RS. And this is the glamour color. It's kind of like a chameleon type color. This is popular on cars, a bunch of years back. It is a very, very cool color. This is a great feeling radio. It feels amazing in my hands, and I'm happy that I went to the change. So this is it. So this is the radio that you'll be seeing me flying with, especially for this plane, and I will have this radio for a little bit. Now, the difference between the X18 regular and the X18 SE and the X18 RS is the RS now does all three of the protocols. It does Access / Archer, TD, and TW. It also brings over a lot of the great features from the X18 SE with the bigger, brighter screen, the better internal memory, and the better gimbals. So this is a very nice radio. So this is... I love the way this radio feels in my hand, and I'm just being honest. So this is going to be my new baby for a little bit, and I like the color. I think it's a pretty cool radio. So there you have it, X18 RS. I'm going to be flying that with the Norden. All right. Haven't decided what receiver I'm going to put in this plane yet. We'll go through that when we do the build video. I am going to put a quick and dirty FPV setup on this. I don't know if it's going to be digital or analog at this point. I just kind of want to get it on there and up in the air pretty quick. I might do a quick Cadix setup on it. We'll decide that when we do the builds video. So let's get into the unboxing real quick. Box art. A lot of Kavan's boxes are really nice with the box art. I know it's important to some of you. It shows that the company cares when they put a lot of effort into their box art. So let's get this bad boy open and see what we got. Now, full disclosure, I just got this plane. I have not seen one, have not flown one. This is the first time I'm actually opening it and taking a look at it. So you're enjoying the experience with me. All right. Set that aside. I am going to do a top-down shot. And we're going to go over all of it, and I'll do some handheld close-up footage so you can see what the plane looks like up close. As far as packing goes, there you go. That's what it looks like. They do a pretty good job of packing their planes. All right, so as you can see, they have the wheels and stuff over there. Some foam braces across to keep this nice and tight. and everything is covered in plastic, and there's a nice little area up there to keep the motor in, and everything's nice and tight. It's got a little bit of wiggle room, which is good. You want a little bit of room. You don't want it super tight, because if the box gets crushed or something like that, then if it's too tight, it'll end up damaging the components. Okay, so that's what she looks like inside. All right, so let's get her out of the box real quick. Now, at the end of the video, I will put up a screen with all of the size and specs of this plane. Now, I've said this multiple times, and there's a couple of videos on the channel of me flying it, but the Kavan Pilatus, the PC-6 Porter, that has become one of my favorite flying planes, if not my favorite plane. It's just a smooth, amazing flying, great tendency plane, and if the Norden flies anything like the Pilatus, it's going to be a winner. We're also going to be doing some upgrades to my Pilatus, and we'll do a little bit of a feature on that. Basically, Pilatus flies great. I love the way it flies. I just want a little bit more power out of it, so I'm probably going to swap the motor in ESC and go to a little bit more kV on the motor. Put this aside for now. Okay. So first, let's get the wing out, and I'm not going to take both of the wings out. You've seen one wing, you've seen them both. We'll go over that in the, you'll see both wings in the build video. Okay, so now what's cool about this plane is, first of all, right off the bat, it's got a much wider wing chord than the Pilatus does. And I will go grab the Pilatus wing just to show you the difference. Okay, so you can see right off the bat, this is my Pilatus wing. You can see right off the bat how much wider the wing chord is on the Norden than the Pilatus. It's almost twice the size. You have that much space right there. So there you have it. Okay, let's put that aside. One of the nice features about this plane as well is it has leading edge slats. So there are your leading edge slats right there. Okay. There is the control for the leading edge slats, and they are hooked up in tandem with your flaps. So I'll get the camera to show you that a little bit closer, but there's your leading edge slat. Very cool color scheme. I like it. Nice size wing. Nice size aileron. Yep, I'll do some handheld footage and we'll go over that a little bit more detail. Okay, next is your elevator. I'm kind of excited to get this thing up in the air. Now, weather in New York right now is cold and raining, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to fly it. But I'm hoping to get it up in the air within the next couple of days. Now, one thing right off the bat, I can tell you this is a nice size elevator, right? It's got nice supports in it, plastic supports in it where you screw down and for the control surface, as you can see there. And look at the size of that carbon spar. That's a 3mm carbon spar in the elevator right there, which is nice. So nice detail on that. Foam is nice. As usual, Kavan's quality is really nice. Okay. Let's get this out of here now. Okay, this is the rudder. Okay, there you have it. There's your rudder. Same thing, nice support on the control surface. This goes down into the plane, that's nice. Good solid support. And This has a foam hinge on it, it looks like. Yeah, so that's a foam hinge. So maybe down the road what I would do is put a nylon hinge on that. Don't go anywhere. Put that there. Put all this plastic stuff over here for now. Okay, and then last but not least is the fuselage. All right, and let me see something real quick. Okay, we're going to get all the parts and everything out of here so we can lose the box and lose the instruction manual. Okay. We're going to get rid of the box for now. We're just going to put it aside over here. So my workshop is an absolute disaster. I don't know if I've gone into it in any of the past videos, but we set up a part of the print farm. We have more printers. This is, I think, 10 or 12 of them here. We are also starting another channel called Practical 3D Printing, and that's going to be all about our print farm stuff and our printing that we do. So that's why this is here. So when we made all the changes, the workshop is kind of a mess. All right, getting back to this, I want to see if we have one of my stands that will fit on this. We make our own stands, and it would be pretty cool to mount the fuselage on the stand and then go over it. So give me a second on that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a stand. Now, let me see if one of the smaller stands will work. I have one set up right here. And let's see. So this is it. These are one of our smaller stands that we make. We have larger stands as well. You can find them on the site. They're meant to be, this is one of the larger stands. They're meant to be pretty cool, you know, tabletop stands for working on, you know, your kitchen table or your shop table. Obviously, you know, there are bigger stands that you can get, but I like the smaller stands because I do a lot of work on tables. And there is some decent tabletop stands out there. But I designed these. They have hold downs for rubber bands and stuff. And they're made out of thick, hardy metal tubing. So let's see. Now, even the smaller stands fit a decent number of planes and sizes. And all of our stands either come with steel or aluminum tubing, giving them that nice structural rigidity. And they're also adjustable lengthwise, so you can make it as big as small as you need to lengthwise. Okay. All right. Let's get it out and up. Oh, beauteous. All right. Now, I think the smaller stand would probably work, so let's just try that for a second. Probably didn't need to go to a bigger stand. Let's see. Yeah, look at that, like a glove. Smaller stand works, no problem. All right, so we'll use the smaller stand for now. There we go. So let's take the plastic off the fuselage. And like I said, I'm going to do some handheld footage after this and go over all of the parts of it. And then at the end of the video, I will give you all of the specs, ESC size, wing size, fuselage size, length, everything like that. All right, so I'll show you the inside of that in a second. This is the canopy right there. And we'll go over this with handheld footage. ESC is right here, and this is a 50 amp ESC. Just looking at it, it's a nice size fuselage, nice size plane. It's got the dual servos on the back for the elevator and the rudder. This is nice right here, nice aluminum built into the plastic for the landing gear. That is nice as well. All right. And there you have it. So let's pop the canopy back on. I think I'm going to end up mounting my FPV setup on the top of the wings on this one. Haven't fully decided. This is for the landing gear. And remember, this is just the unboxing video. I'm going to do a quick build video, a build and setup video, which will be quick, and then we'll do the flying video on this plane. Okay, so this box, this bag, has, these are the wing struts for the landing gear, right? Yep. Okay. It's nice. And then you got carbon spar, and then some miscellaneous parts. Now, one of the things I like about these Kavan models over something like the E-flite Maul, which is a very similar plane in size to the Maul, is everything's held on with cotter pins, all this landing gear stuff, the struts and stuff like that, over the E-flite Maul, where you have to sit there and do like 10 screws, and they, you end up dropping them at the field and stuff. It's a pain in the butt. So this is actually really nice. This is the hold down for the top of the wing. And then wheels. And the tail wheel, which is nice. A little small. The tail wheel. And there's your wing hold down, like the Pilatus, which I love because it's super quick, right? This is 2 screws, boom, and then you put your cotter pins in and your wings are on within minutes. So it's nice, it's quick. And then we have these look like struts. These are struts, actual working struts for the landing gear. Very cool. Okay. 3-bladed prop. I will get you the prop size and specifics. It doesn't say it on it. So that will be in the details at the end of the video. Right, and the landing gear. Oh, these are cool. Wow. Inflatable tires. Very cool. Very, very cool. These are nice. Very nice. And a nice aluminum bracket. So I'll show you that in a second as well. So let's put all this aside. We're going to switch to the handheld footage and go over everything from there. All right, very cool. All right, so let's start out with the fuselage. There you go. All right, it has the typical Kavan control board in it, right there. Okay, this is the canopy. I will say, I think the magnets could be a little bit bigger on the canopy. They don't really seem super strong. But the wing, I believe, also holds in the front part of this here, so maybe they don't need to be that strong. But yeah, these are not the strongest magnets I've ever come across, I can tell you that. Okay, there's your ESC, 50 amp ESC, front with the motor, and your battery tie down, XT60. Nice, and the Kavan motors are usually pretty nice too, so. All right, let's flip this bad boy over real quick, and I will show you what I was talking about with... And this thing fits perfectly on my stand. Love it. And this is the smaller stand, which is still a decent-sized stand. There you go. This is the landing gear mount, which is nice. It's aluminum with plastic, so the plastic's embedded into the foam, and then the aluminum's embedded into the plastic. This feels really solid. Like really solid. So this is nice. Very cool. All right, and one thing that there was a problem with the maul and timbers and everything else was airflow, and it looks like there's a nice amount of space for airflow into there. You can see that for the ESC to keep the ESC in the motor cool. So that's nice. And then you have another hole for airflow back here as well. Very nice. Paint's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's flip her back over, put her back on the stand, and we'll go on to other parts real quick. We'll move this out of the way. Okay. This is the wheel I was telling you about with the landing gear. Nice thick aluminum bracket, but it's not heavy, so it's nice and light. And these are inflatable wheels, which is very cool. Now, Kavan does make a whole slew of tires, and we're going to be having those on the website as well. We have the limit tie down I was talking about, a nice solid plastic piece. And then the rear wheel, which is awesome. These are those aluminum landing gear struts that I was talking about. These are really nice. You'll see more of that in the build video. These are similar to what's on the mall as far as the wing struts go. Hopefully these will be a little bit stronger because the ones on my mall broke. And actually I'll do a comparison once this is built next to the mall and the Pilatus for size reference. And your wing spar, more miscellaneous wing pieces. Okay, here is your elevator. And there goes that nice 3mm reinforcement, carbon reinforcement. That is nice and reinforced, the control horn. Nice, it's not just on one point, it goes across the whole control surface right there, which is nice in the middle of it. Okay. This is the rudder I was talking about before. And like I said, you can see this is a foam hinge here. Now, if you're a serious flyer and you're going to be putting this thing through its paces, I would put a nylon hinge. There's all different kinds of aftermarket nylon hinges. You can get some from Dubro. You can get them from pretty much everywhere. So I would absolutely down the road put a nice nylon hinge in here. Nice for finish quality though. Very nice. Okay. Now let's get to the wing because the wing is very cool. Okay. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Okay, so here she goes. There she is. Very cool. Oh yeah, this is also has a quick plug-in. So you plug this into the board, and it's a quick 2-second thing when you're plugging in. You don't have to plug in individual servo cables. So that plugs into this right here. Okay, the decals are on there pretty good. Not too many bubbles. Those are all foam impressions from the foam. But yeah, there's the top of the wing, and this is your leading edge slat right here, which is nice. Now this has lights, LEDs on the side. See that? I will say the Kavan lights, I've flown my Pilatus at night. The Kavan lights are actually pretty bright. They're nice. So, all right, and here is the underside of the wing. You can see nice carbon reinforcements on the split flaps. This is a very cool little mechanism they have going on here. This is well thought out, nicely done. Okay, there's your board for the wing plug-in right there. Everything's sealed up nice and nice. There's your aileron servo. And then this is your leading edge slat right here. Okay, and then you can see the mechanism here. So this has a rod that goes through, connects to this side here. which connects to the servo for the flaps, for the split flaps right there. So this plane should fly really, really nice and slow. And then even then, if you put some little air vectors on the top of the wing, you would get this thing to break up the airflow a little bit more. You'd get this thing to fly to like super duper slow. So I'm gonna try that. Very cool. Very cool. Very nice. And these are the mounts for your wing struts here. Yeah, so there you have it. So let's just take a quick look at the instruction manual real quick. We'll go from there, and then stay tuned for the build video, and then the maiden. So this is the instruction manual. They usually do a pretty good job on the instructions. They're usually pretty well detailed. Gives you your CG location, everything. Yeah, so the instruction manual is absolutely well documented. And that's it. All right, everybody, so that's it. That's the unboxing. We're going to get into the details real quick. I'm going to share my screen, go over all the specs and details on the plane, and then we're going to do a build video, which should come out a couple days after the unboxing video. And then hopefully if weather is good and I can freeze my butt off a little bit in the field for you, I will. There will be a maiden flight and probably the first FPV Norden that is flown. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the specs. And thanks for watching and have a happy holiday. Thanks, everybody. Oh, one more thing. If you want the Norden, www.fpvbuildsrc.com. All right. Thanks, everybody. All right, so this is our website, fpvbuildsrc.com. So let's go and check out the Norden real quick. So we're going to go to Planes and Kavan RC, and there it is right there. So, as I said before, the Norden is available in two different colors. You have the blue and the bush color, they call it. Okay. Going to the specs, it is an almost ready to fly semi-scale model, 1600 millimeter wingspan. Okay, the fuselage is, I believe, 1275 millimeters. So it's 1600 millimeters by 1275 millimeters. The prop is a 10x6 3-bladed prop. The engine, or the motor, electric motor, is a 3548 800 kV brushless motor, and that is backed by a 50 amp Kavan R50 SB Plus ESC. It's got 6 servos installed, full house aileron flap with coupled slats. We saw that in the video. And then for power, it recommends a 4S 2600 to 3300 milliamp battery. Similar to the Pilatus, I fly the Pilatus on a 2700 milliamp battery, and I get about 8 to 10 minutes on that as far as flying time goes if I'm not hammering down on the throttle. The 2-piece EPO wing is reinforced by carbon spars, joined together with a carbon tube joiner. So we'll take a look at a little bit more of that in the build video, and then it's got LED lights in the wings. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So all up weight is 2,400 grams with the battery. We'll need at least a 7-channel radio, 6 servos, 7-channel radio. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, so this comes as a plug-and-play model. You need to add the receiver. And that's it. Right now it's on sale, and the sale is ending very soon, as soon as the holidays are over. So you can pick one up from FPV Builds RC, and that is the specs. And stay tuned for the build video, and that will be coming out shortly, followed by the maiden flight. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Have a great one.